It's nearly time for tip-off inside the Moore Fitness Center. Hello everyone, Kate Crenshaw with you on the CIU Sports Network in the first matchup of AAC action for the 2022-23 Rams basketball season. Columbia International playing host to Johnson University today. The Royals traveling down from Knoxville in a matchup of two teams that met twice last season. The Rams victors in each, but it's the Royals winning the opening tip. Vlick controls up the left side, driving baseline, trying to kick it back out, stolen away by Slim Webb. She brings it up half court, swing pass to Howard, into the corner to wide open Madison Hatcher from three, shot too strong. Trawick the offensive board, to the left wing for a three ball from Webb, off the back iron, takes a few hops out of bounds, and will be Royals basketball. Your starters today for Columbia International: Samarian Webb, Madison Hatcher, Hannah Wilkerson, Hannah Trawick, and Quanika Howard. Phoebe Vlick, the senior guard, stands at the top of the key for Johnson, defended by Howard. She dribbles right side, gives way to Kaylee Yates. Back in the hands of Vlick, who picked up her dribble in the corner, kicked it back out to Tessa Keski. Now out to Yates at midcourt. Over to the left side, look shot from Hill, but she swings it back outside instead. Vlick tries driving left lane. Kick out three ball from Tessa Keski. Left short. Rebound snag by Webb. Working in transition. Webb has her dribble poked away. And it'll be Johnson basketball. She lost it on her own accord. 9:06 left in the opening quarter. Still no score. Johnson under a brand new first-year head coach, Brian Lahan, but not an unfamiliar face to the AAC. Was head man at Bryan last season, where the Lions went 32-2. Layup from the right side from Hill, too strong off the glass, but with the rebound being tried to corral by Wilkerson, it bounced off of her foot out of bounds. It's Royals basketball underneath their own basket. Tessa Teske the trigger. She gets it in to Harbin in the left corner. Right back to Tessa Teske. Takes one dribble. Tried finding the backdoor cut from Harbin, but Harbin didn't cut. It bounces right out of bounds. With 8:44 left, Quanika Howard will work up the floor for Columbia International. The first time today the Rams can get an offensive set with the Royals showing a 2-3 zone. Howard standing towards the right side of the key. Out to Wilkerson at the top, right back to Queen. Trawick comes out from the post, swings it over to Hatcher to the left side. She takes one dribble in. Now swinging around to Howard. Back at the top of the key. Trawick, 4 to shoot. In the hands of Quanika Howard. White ring three with the shot clock expiring. She banks it in off the glass. Quanika Howard puts the Rams on the board first, 3-0 with the three ball. 8:05 left in the opening quarter. Vlick looking to drive left lane. Kick out to Yates. A right wing three from her, and she responds. Kaylee Yates, the true freshman from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, ties this game up with 7:50 left in the first. All knotted up at 3. The Johnson Royals bench being vocal early on in this first quarter, cheering on their team to get a defensive stop. Inside to Trawick to the low post. She's double teamed and has it punched out by Tessa Teske. With 9 left on the shot clock, Hatcher to take it out of bounds underneath the Rams' own basket. 7:35 left in the first. Now 8 to shoot. Into Trawick around the outside perimeter. They kick it to Webb, the left wing. Out to Hatcher to the right side. 3 to shoot. She's got to get a shot up. Lifts one from the free throw line. Off the mark to the left side. Offensive board grab by Howard. 7:20 left in the first quarter. 15 to shoot. In the corner to Hatcher. She's bumped as she shoots, and she still knocks it down. And one for Madison Hatcher with a chance at a 4-point play. 7:16 left in the first quarter. First team foul against Johnson as Cassie Hill picks up her first personal. One substitution change. Hela Suta checks in for Phoebe Vlick. Hatcher's first free throw of the day, bricked off the front iron. She can't complete the 4-point play. Royals trying to work in transition, and it's the fresh Sua trying to find the easy layup. Instead, she kicks it back outside for Yates, who drives left baseline with a short runner. Knocks it down. 6-5, Rams up with 6:55 left and counting in this first quarter. Slim Webb to the left side. She pulls up for a three ball, too strong. Rebound snag by Hill. The Rams now just 2 for 5 from three-point land. Transition dribble stolen by Hatcher. Kicks it in underneath to Howard. She goes off the window. 8-5 Rams lead. Testateski pump fakes once from the right wing. Shot too strong. Offensive board by Hill. That's her third today. Out front, Yates the straightaway three. Pinballs out. Rebound cleared by Howard. Working in transition, the Rams 3-on-4. Howard trying to drive it herself. Shot too strong. Hannah Trawick the offensive glass. But she has it poked away. And the Royals take possession. Yates up the floor to Hill inside the arc. Up and in from the left side. Johnson draws back within one. Our score 8-7. Columbia International with 5:52 left in the first quarter. Wilkerson top of the key now to Hatcher. 15 to shoot for the Rams. Trawick pulls up for a three ball from the right side. Rattling out on Trawick's first perimeter shot of the season. Suta in the right corner out to Yates. Still working the perimeter. Yates now trying to drive out to Suta. Right corner three ball, too strong. Slim Webb will pull down her third rebound of this first quarter. 5:20 left in the first. Rams up 8-7. Quenica Howard, three ball from the right side. You betcha. Her Majesty herself, Quenica Howard, knocks down a three ball, makes this a 4-point game. On the other end, Suta's shot too strong from the left side. Rebound grabbed by Wilkerson. 5 minutes left in the first. Wilk trying to go coast to coast. She's fouled hard underneath, and she'll head to the line for the first time today. Josie Harbin picks up her first personal, team's second. A pair of fresh faces onto the floor for Johnson. As Jade Mullins and Taylor Pruitt see their first minutes of the game. First free throw from Hannah Wilkerson, rattling out. 5 minutes left in this opening quarter. Rams have a pair of substitutes sitting at the scorer's table. It's Jalen Twitty and Zani Thompson. Wilkerson went 4 for 5 from the free throw line last Saturday against Thomas. She knocks down her second, go 1 for 2 on that trip, as she, along with Slim Webb, head to the sidelines with Thompson and Twitty onto the floor. 4:56 left in the first. Travel whistled against Johnson. It was Pruitt trying to kick it back to Yates at the top of the key. He took one too many steps. Columbia International up by 5. 4:55 left in the first. Twitty plays point guard. The true freshman kicks it over to Zani Thompson. Now swing pass to Trawick at the top of the key. Howard comes off a screen, lifts up a three ball from the left side. Too strong. Rebound by Suta. The Royals working up the right side of the floor now to Testateski. In the corner, Yates pulls up for a three ball off the back iron. Hatcher grabs the rebound, and she'll draw the contact as well. Jaden Mullins whistled for the foul as she pushed Hatcher from behind in pursuit of the board. Her first, team's third. Just over 4.5 left in the opening quarter. Columbia International leads Johnson 12-7. Rams, their first game in a week after taking down Johnson last Saturday in a 13-point win. Right side three ball from Hatcher. Too strong, but Trawick grabs the offensive board again, her third today. Howard, three ball left side, pinballs out. The rebound back to the hands of Trawick, but not before Zani Thompson is whistled for a foul, trying to block out for Trawick's putback attempt. It's Thompson's first. Columbia International's first team foul as well. So Columbia International has one game under their belt. For the Royals, the first time they're on the floor this season. Columbia International up by 5, 4 minutes left. A long two lifted by Suta. Too strong off the glass. Back in the hands of Suta, though. She swings it left side Testateski. In the corner to Yates for a three. Left short, air ball. Grabbed by Twitty. The freshman is working quickly up the floor, and she'll now bring it back outside. into the hands of Hatcher, inside to Trawick. Turnaround hook shot from Hannah. Pinball's out, and she's there once again to grab the board. In the corner to Twitty, they'll reset the offense. Back out to Howard at midcourt. 13 to shoot for CIU, 3.5 to play in the first, up by 5. Trawick comes out from the high post. Goes to Howard along the left side. She drives in the paint, kick back out. Hatcher, 3-ball right wing. Off the mark. Yates corrals it. Testateski now left side of the floor, just over 3 minutes left in the first. The Rams up 12-7. Yates defended by Twitty. With CIU in man-to-man defense. Testateski along the right side with Thompson guarding. Testateski spin move, driving right side, up and in. Off the window goes Tori Testateski. And an opportunity at a three-point play with Zani Thompson picking up a quick second personal with 2:50 left in this first quarter. Second team foul. Pruitt and Kaylee Yates checks out for Johnson as Chloe Maggard and Phoebe Vlick step onto the floor. Vlick, a returning starter. Testateski's free throw up and good as she completes the three-point play and draws Johnson within 2. Meanwhile, Hannah Wilkerson returns to action for Columbia International. She kicks left side to Quanika Howard. Working back towards the right side of the floor, she'll pull up for a jumper inside the paint, left short. Rebound by Suda into the hands of Vlick, right back to Suda. 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Over to the left side, Maggard in the corner. She pulls up for a 3-ball, too strong. Rebound falls into the hands of Wilkerson. In transition, the Rams have it 3-on-2 advantage. Wilk in the paint, draws the contact, but is a jump ball that will be awarded to Columbia International. She ran into 2 defenders, but the referee saw one of those 2 royal blue jerseys get a hand in on the basketball. 2:19 left in the first quarter. Quick inbounds to Howard. She catches it in the low post. Now out of the perimeter, Deja Taylor, the true freshman out of Newberry, onto the floor. Back to Twitty. Twitty running point with 15 to shoot. Goes Taylor right side. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Columbia International up by a bucket. Howard along the left wing, defended by Vlick. Goes to the corner to 20, back up top. 5 to shoot. Trawick pulls up for a 3-ball. You betcha! Hannah Trawick with the 3-ball. In her career, Hannah was just 1 for 10 from three-point land. She knocks that one down, and on the other end, she grabs the board after the Vlick miss. Rams up 15-10. Wilkerson, 3-ball, knocking it down once again is Hannah Wilkerson, making an 18-10 ball game here in the first quarter, a minute 28 to play. Testateski trying to respond, right wing 3, airballed, grabbed by Taylor. The Rams are feeling it, a 6-0 run in the last minute. Wilkerson, top of the key. Can she do it again? From the straightaway, the answer, yes, she can. Hannah Wilkerson, back-to-back trays from the top of the key to push the Rams' lead to double digits for the first time today, up 21-10. Underneath to Vlick with a minute left. She picks up her dribble on the block. Kick back out to Testateski. Now they swing it left side, out to Maggard. Pulling up for a 3-ball from the corner, off the mark. Rebound, too many hands in there. Whistles will blow. It's a jump ball as Twitty and Vlick both were fighting for possession. It'll stay Royals basketball. Suda and Testateski step aside for Johnson as Harbin and Jones return to the floor. Meanwhile, for Columbia International, it's Hatcher and Mariah Leinbach into the action. Hatcher, a returning starter. She has 3 points today. Inbounds for Johnson, goes to the top of the key. Quick 3 lifted by Brooke Jones. But now an offensive board grabbed after the miss. Top of the key, Mullins pulls up for a 3-ball. She knocked it down, but it's waved off. A 3-second violation against the Royals. 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Roughly an 11-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, with Columbia International up 21-10. Wilkerson, right wing 3, off the left side. Offensive board grabbed by Twitty, but she's whistled for a travel underneath in pursuit of the putback. With 26 seconds left in the first quarter, Rams are going full court press. That classic 1-3-1 look that Danielle Fleming loves to run. Columbia International up by 11. Shot clock turned off. There's 21 seconds left in the quarter. Royals break the press. Over to the right side in the hands of Pruitt. She kicks it underneath to Harbin. Ball is loose on the ground. Everyone's diving for it. It's a jump ball that the arrow is pointing Columbia International's way. Jalen Twitty is playing phenomenally well today. The true freshman out of Rutherford from North Carolina is in almost every loose ball. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Wilkerson at the top of the key, trying to extend their 11-point lead. To Hatcher along the left side with 2 to shoot. Off the mark, bouncing off the right side of the rim. That will end the first quarter. CIU, over the final 2 minutes of the first, goes on a 9-0 run to take a 21-10 lead over Johnson. We'll be back for second quarter action when we return for more Inside the Moore Fitness Center on the CIU Sports Network. Back for second quarter action on the CIU Sports Network. Inside the Moore Fitness Center, Columbia International leads Johnson 21-10. You go back to the first quarter, and it was tight early, but not before the Rams rattled off a 9-0 run over the final 2 minutes in that first quarter to take a commanding 11-point lead, their largest of the night so far. There's the Royals' possession to kick off the second quarter as Vlick hands off a pass to Testeteski. Swing around right side for Yates, defended by Hatcher. They go down low to Harbin with Johnson starting 5 back on the floor. Underneath to a cutting Yates, backdoor, up and in. Off the glass goes Kaylee Yates. Give her 7 points today of Johnson's 12 as they're back within 9. Line box pass intercepted. In pursuit of the basket is Hill. Transition bucket up and in for Johnson. A quick 4 points for the Royals, and that's just how fast this Johnson team can strike. But wide open in the corner is Hatcher. 3-ball too strong. Twitty grabs the offensive board. Out to Deja Taylor. 3-ball opportunity for the Rams. Off the mark. It was hit, pushed out of bounds, and Kaylee Yates will hit the floor hard. Yates slow to get up. She's this game's leading scorer with 7 points. 9:12 left in the first half. Yates getting applause from the crowd. She's back on her feet and she'll remain in this game. Columbia International up 21-14 over the Royals. Hatcher to Trigger underneath the basket. They get it in to Taylor. Now swing pass left side, Linebach. But once again, her pass nearly picked off, but Hatcher's able to recover. Out to Twitty at the elbow to Linebach, top of the key. She drives right side. Linebach right-handed layup was well off the mark, but she's whistled for a travel with 8:59 left in the first half. 21-14, Rams lead it. Hannah Trewick back in for Linebach. Trewick in that first quarter. 3 points, but 5 boards. Vlick at the top. Dribbles right side, handoff pass to Testeteski. She picks up her dribble to the right wing. Kicks it inside to Harbin. Back to Testeteski. Underneath to Vlick. Shot from the low block off the mark. Loose rebound, poke back to Johnson. Out to Yates. Her shot blocked by Trewick from the paint. And a transition pass to Hatcher just across midcourt results in a turnover with a walk. 8:31 left in the first half. 21-14, Rams lead it. Vlick pass right side to Testateski. It's poked loose by Twitty. Bodies are diving on the ground. Who comes away with it? It's Harbin, who was able to maintain control, and she is fouled by one of the two Rams. This time it was Twitty picking up the personal, her first, as they were all just trying to fight for the basketball. First team foul for Columbia International in this first quarter. Rams up by 7, 8:20 to play in the half. 20 on the shot clock as Harbin inbounds to Vlick. Immediately kicks left side to Cassidy Hill. She makes a spin move around Wilkerson. Up with the left hand. Layup too strong. Offensive board grabbed by Harbin. Her putback attempt pinballs out, but she's fouled. Madison Hatcher picks up her first, team second. Put Josie Harbin at the line. She was fouled in the paint. Harbin, a junior from Blaine, Tennessee. Started 21 games last season for the Royals, averaged a little over 5 points a contest. A 45% shooter from the stripe a season ago. Her first today off the mark. Harbin a couple dribbles. Her second free throw off the mark. She goes 0 for 2 on the trip. Rams up 21-14, just over 8 minutes left in the half. Taylor, handoff pass to Wilkerson. She drives right hand, layup left short. Loose rebound that Yates comes away with. Johnson's in transition. Dribbling now left side of the floor. She'll reset the offense. Yates kicks to the corner to Testateski. Back out to Hill. But this Testateski whistled for the travel. Samarian Webb, Quinnica Howard check in for CIU as Hatcher and Deja Taylor will head to the sidelines. 7:49 left in the half. Quinnica Howard with a team-high 8 points in this first half. Rams trying to build on their 7-point lead with under 8 to play before the break. Underneath to Wilkerson. Her pass sails high and out of bounds. Another turnover for Columbia International, that being their 8th of the game. Vlick to Testateski. Right wing three ball, knocking it down. Tori Testateski, a senior leader of this team, finally breaks through. Her first bucket in this second quarter, 6 points today. Slim Webb driving left side. Shot off the mark. She's whistled for the charge. Samarian Webb picks up her first, team's third. And the Rams have to be careful. Their lead has been trimmed down to 4, and you just do not sense the momentum is on their side. A fresh face into the mix. It's not Jalen Twitty, it's her twin sister Jasmine, the first time we've seen her this season. Out last week with a concussion. Driving left baseline is Cassidy Hill. Layup too strong. Rebound snatched by Howard. 6:55 left in the second quarter. CIU up 21-17. Howard resets the offense around the midcourt logo. Defended heavily by Yates. Trying to create separation. Howard will draw the foul. A quick hand check from Kaylee Yates, her first. Team's first as well in this second quarter. With just over 3 minutes gone by in the quarter, Columbia International still failed to score. It's a 7-0 start by Johnson. The draw back within 4. Trawick at the top of the key with 8 to shoot. She lifts a three ball up off the mark. Howard, the offensive glass, has it stripped away by Testateski. Vlick working the left side of the floor now. It's kicked back to her at the top of the key. She now drives right side, trying to get past Twitty. Goes out to Yates. Pull up J from the elbow from Kaylee Yates. One hops off the rim. And as Jalen Twitty tried bringing it down, she's whistled for, Johnson is whistled for a foul. Referee on one side was whistling for a foul. The other was a travel. But the foul will stand. It's Testateski's first. A little bit of confusion there. It's Rams basketball with just over 6 minutes left in the half, up by 4. Jasmine Twitty at the top of the key to her twin sister Jalen. 3-ball up from the left side, too strong. Loose rebound, Webb brings it down offensively. Back out to Jalen Twitty. Left side, 3-ball from Queen Howard, off the mark. Webb another offensive board. Put back shot off the mark. Howard's there for a third crack at it. Third time's the charm for CIU as they get on the board for the first time in this second quarter. The lead back to 5. Vlick working around the perimeter. She's whistled for the travel. The 8th turnover by Johnson. Zani Thompson back on the floor for CIU, relieving Hannah Trawick. Meanwhile, Cassidy Hill steps to the sidelines, and Ella Suda checks in for Johnson. 5.5 left in the first half. Rams up 23-17. And Jalen Twitty whistled for the travel. She picked up her dribble and took one too many steps thereafter in an effort to make a pass. Now 9 turnovers for the Rams. Both teams just making miscues, which is ultimately balancing this game out and keeping it close. Pass underneath to Suda to the low post. She kicks back out to Vlick, pulls up for a long 2 from the left corner. Too strong, rebound by Thompson. 5:15 left in the half. Howard playing point, gives away to Jalen Twitty. Out to the right corner, Slim Webb, 3-ball from the right corner, too strong. Rebound corralled offensively by Jasmine Twitty. She's stripped in pursuit of the basket by Yates, and the Royals are headed the other way with under 5 to go. Yates passed to Vlick, too strong, off her fingertips. It sails out of bounds. Kaylee Yates checking out after that miscue with Tessa Teskey back on the floor. Jalen Twitty, handoff pass Webb. She's looking to drive. Runner from the paint. Off the mark, left short. Rebound grab by Brooke Jones. 4:40 left in the half. Rams up by 6. Left wing 3 from Tessa Teskey trying to cut the deficit in half. It's too strong, but the rebounds poke back to her. Now pass to Vlick, trying to drive in the paint. It's poked out of bounds, but last touched by Vlick, as Johnson has now missed each of their last 5 shots and haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. At the same time, they've turned the ball over 4 times. 4:26 left in the second quarter. Columbia International clinging to a 6-point lead. The Rams have scored just 2 points in this second quarter. 3-ball up from Zani Thompson. Is able to rattle in. It took a couple hops, kissed every inch of the rim before falling through, as Zani Thompson gets her first points of the season to push Columbia International up by 9. Left side, Ella Suda looking to go underneath. She does to Jones. Shot from the low post, too strong. Rebound grabbed off the glass by Thompson. Under 4 to go in the half. Columbia International up 26-17. Zani at the top of the key, trying to create separation. She does. Kick out pass to Hatcher. White ring 3, too strong, as it's Harbin there for the board. Tessa Teskey right side for Johnson. Into the corner. Bringing it back up top is Jones. They swing it around. Suda, left side 3, off the mark. Rebound grab by Harbin. Her putback attempt not there, with Thompson clearing everything out. Johnson may need to stray away from the 3. They're just 2 for 15 in this game from the perimeter. Meanwhile, Hatcher driving, kick over to Thompson. Trying to make a post move. She kicks it back out. Hatcher top of the key, now driving left side. A runner from just outside the paint, off the mark. But Thompson, the offensive board, put back. That one rattles out. Her first one went in. The second one not as lucky. Full court pass underneath to Jones. It's blocked by Hatcher. Headed the other way is Howard. Out to Twitty. Left-handed layup. Left short, but she's fouled and will head to the line. Ella Suda picks up her first, team's third, as Yates, Pruitt, and Mullins all check in for Johnson, with Vlick, Tessa Teskey, and Harbin heading to the sidelines. It's Jalen Twitty at the stripe, a true freshman from Rutherfordton, North Carolina. A population right around 3,600. They're in western North Carolina, just about an hour and a half west of Charlotte. Twitty 2 for 2 on Saturday against Thomas from the line. Her first shot today falls through. 2:51 left in the second quarter. Twitty's second shot, just as good as the first. Make it 4 for 4 today from the line for Jalen Twitty as she checks out. Deja Taylor back in, and the Rams up 28-17. A 7-0 run for Columbia International as Johnson has missed each of their last 8 shots. Suda working the right side of the floor, trying to drive into the wing. Before she puts the layup off the glass, whistles blow prior to the shot. A hand check foul, a little bit of a push from Zonnie Thompson on an arm bar. That'll be Zonnie's third as she'll head to the bench with Hannah Trewick back in. 2:38 left in the second quarter. Columbia International up by 11. Suda the trigger. Her inbounds pass is deflected by Howard and picked off by Trewick. Right back to Quinnica. Left side. Trewick out to Hatcher. Left baseline long two. Up and good. 2:23 now in the second quarter. Suda three ball rattling out. Taylor grabbing the glass. And it's a fight for the rebound. That will be awarded to Johnson. Boy, Deja Taylor was almost pushed down once she pulled that rebound down, but the referee saw it as they were battling for the basketball. Suda to the sidelines. Cassidy Hill checks in for Johnson, and she'll be the trigger underneath their own basket. A fresh 30 on the shot clock, but the inbounds is nearly picked off by Jasmine Twitty. As it then went out of bounds off of a Royals defender. There was a dive for it, and looks like the Royals touched it last. 2:13 left in the second quarter. Columbia International up 30-17, looking to build on what is now a 9-0 run. Jasmine Twitty, top of the key to Trewick. Left side over to Hatcher. 20 to shoot for Columbia International. 2 minutes left in the first half. Left side for Quinnica Howard. Looking underneath to Trewick. She's looking to go over the top, and she does. Trewick underneath. Puts up a shot. Is fouled, but they're going to whistle that foul was on the floor. On Jade Mullins, her second, team's fourth. Rams will have the inbounds with Jasmine Twitty checking out. Hannah Wilkerson, a fellow freshman, back on the floor for CIU. A minute 52 left in the second quarter. Columbia International up by 13. Hatcher to trigger, gets it inside to Howard. Back up top to Taylor. She loses her dribble. Nearly recovered. And she just tried throwing it back in bounds, but she stepped on the baseline first. That now the 11th turnover of the half for the Rams. A minute 44 left before halftime. Columbia International up 30-17. Yates driving, has it stripped, but it bounces off her own thigh out of bounds. Another possession with nothing to show for it if you're Johnson. They've had 7 turnovers in the last 8 minutes, and they're just 1 for their last 13 from the field. A minute and a half to play in the second quarter. Columbia International up by 13. Trewick, three ball, makes it a 20-point game. A 16-point lead for the Rams. Tesateski along the left side. Works around a screen. Now kicks it back over to Pruitt. But she's deflected by Wilkerson. A minute left in the second quarter. Columbia International up by 16 points. Howard underneath the Trewick. It's poked out by Pruitt and stays Rams possession. 20 seconds to shoot, 55 to play before halftime. Inbounds to Taylor. Right wing three. She got it. Deja Taylor, three ball from the right side. Her first points today pushes the lead to 19 points. Full court pass intercepted by Hatcher. 42 left to play, 26 to shoot. About a 15-second difference. Quinnica Howard lifts up a three ball off the mark. Wilkerson, the offensive glass. Put back not there. Pruitt hauls it in. Hill trying to work in transition. Her pass over to the left corner off the mark as it sails out of bounds past Tesateski. 25 seconds left in the half. Shot clock has been turned off An incredible streak here from the Rams over the last 5.5 minutes. A 15-0 run as they have forced Johnson to miss each of their last 10 shots. Not to mention forcing 8 turnovers in that span. 9 seconds now. Trawick at the top of the key. 5 to shoot. Hatcher, left wing 3, off the mark. Rebound pulled in by Jones, but stolen back by Howard, and there's not enough time to get another shot off before the break. They head into halftime. Columbia International took control for the latter half of that second quarter. While Johnson started out hot, a 7-0 run to start the second quarter for the Royals brought them back within 4, but then CIU would score 15 unanswered points over the last 6 minutes to take a 36-17 lead into the locker rooms. We'll take a short break and be back on the other side with Rams head coach Danielle Fleming. We return to the CIU Sports Network. We're back on the CIU Sports Network, now joined by Rams head coach Danielle Fleming. Coach, your team didn't start out the second quarter on the right foot, giving up 7 straight points, but responded in the right way, going on a run of your own. 15-0 to close it out to take a 36-17 lead in the break. What was the change midway through?
I think just focusing on defense. We got beat back door a couple times, and we just had to dial back in. Like defense, offense will come. We're missing some shots we should make. Hopefully they'll fall. But defense, I want them to stay where they are. 7 points straight is not sitting well with me.
Your defense has been phenomenal today, forcing 12 turnovers. They have held Johnson to just 2 for 17 from three-point land. What about it defensively has allowed your team to have so much success?
I think just buying in, locking in. Our hashtag, motto, whatever you want to call it, just locking up or lock up, lock in. So it's like whatever we're doing, we have to dominate defensively. I like how many boards we're getting, especially on the O board. We just got to kind of make those, commute on those. But once we do that, we're going to be great.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We head into the break. Rams up 36-17. We return on the CIU Sports Network.
That literally the entire school heard it. They thought like something was.
We're back for second half action inside the Moore Fitness Center. Columbia International leading Johnson 36-17 in the opener of conference play. For the Appalachian Athletic Conference, these two foes met twice last season. The Rams drawing the victory in both. First pass, though, from Johnson goes to the left side for Tessa Teskey, and her three ball's off the mark. She grabs her own offensive board, though, and the Royals will reset their offense. Cassidy Hill at the top of the key nearly has it poked away, and there's a reason why. Slim Webb whistled for the reach. Her second personal, first team foul for CIU. 9:46 left in this third quarter. Vlick at the top of the key. Goes left side to Josie Harbin. Looking underneath for Cassidy Hill. Pass sails long. Well, Johnson appears to be undergoing a lot of the similar struggles we saw to end both the first quarter and second quarter. At the end of the first, they allowed CIU to go on a 9-0 run. The end of the second quarter, in fact, the final 6 minutes, the Rams went on a 15-0 run. The pass from Quanika Howard picked off and stolen by Hill. Coast to coast, her layup's off the mark, and Howard grabs the board. Rams headed the other way. It's 4-on-2. Underneath, Samarian Webb takes one dribble at the low post. Shot off the mark. Tessa Teskey clearing it out. Up the floor, underneath to Hill. She kicks it to the corner. Kaylee Yates, three ball from the right side, no good. Tessa Teskey has the rebound, bounce back to her. She pulls up for a mid-range jumper and knocks it down. Tori Tessa Teskey now with a team-high 8 points for Johnson as they trail 36-19, just under 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Trewick at the top of the key, kicks underneath to Wilkerson. Fouled on her shot attempt, and she heads to the line as she took a short-range shot from the block. It was off the mark, but Kaylee Yates make that Josie Harbin the guilty party, her second personal. 8:40 left to play in this third quarter as Wilkerson is at the line. Had 7 points in the first half. She was 1 for 2 from the line. First shot in the third quarter, too strong. Wilkerson just celebrated her 19th birthday last week. True freshman out of Salisbury, North Carolina, sinks the second. So 1 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line for Wilkerson, makes this a 37-19 Rams lead. On the other end, Tessa Teskey, three ball left side, off the mark. Loose rebound, poke back to Vlick. She goes up and under from the right side to see it fall through. Phoebe Volk now with her first bucket. Makes it a 15-point lead for the Rams. Webb along the right side, kicks back up top. Quinnica Howard, swing pass, left to Hatcher, now to the elbow underneath to Trawick. To the low post, they go to Wilkerson. Shot off the mark, a battle for the rebound that's poked out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. 8:11 left in the third. Columbia International up by 16 points. Hatcher, quick inbounds to Howard. Free ball not there. Webb the offensive glass and put back. How about this number? 15 offensive rebounds today for CIU. On the other end, Vlick trying to drive the left side. A rebound poked out of bounds after her miss on the layup attempt. It's Rams basketball. 39-21, Columbia International leads. Right side, Webb goes back top of the key. Trawick swings it around to Hatcher over on the left arc. Underneath now to Wilkerson. Picks up her dribble, finds a cutting Webb from the left side, up off the window. A 20-point lead for Columbia International with 7:30 to play in the third quarter. Hill's pass sails over everyone's head. There was a massive miscommunication there as everyone else cut into the paint. And Hill's pass sailed back towards midcourt. Timeout Johnson as Columbia International has pushed this to a 41-21 lead. 7:26 left in the third quarter. We'll step aside and be back when we return to the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center. 7:26 left in our third quarter. And out of the Johnson timeout, the Royals trail Columbia International 41-21 as CIU has come out in the third quarter and picked up right where they left off. And that's attacking the offensive glass. Here today, out of their 34 total rebounds, Columbia International has grabbed 15 offensive rebounds. Incredible day on the glass for CIU. Inbounds goes to the left side for Hatcher as Columbia International looks to build on their 20-point lead out of the Johnson timeout. Howard swings it back to Hatcher, left arc, 15 to shoot, 7:10 to play in the third. Howard takes a dribble right back to Hatcher. Left wing three ball up, knocking it down, and one. A fist pump in the air from head coach Danielle Fleming. As for the second time today, Madison Hatcher has an opportunity at a 4-point play. Fouled by Kaylee Yates, her second. Team second as well. Madison Hatcher now the leading scorer at 11 points. Free throw up and good. Make it 12 today for the sophomore out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 7 minutes left in the third. Rams up by 24. Vlick dribbling left side, gets a screen from Harbin. Goes back to the top of the key for Hill, trying to drive inside. It's stripped and stolen. Samarian Webb heading the other direction. Coast to coast for Slim Webb. A Euro step layup up and in. 6:40 left in the third quarter. Rams up by 26. Right side, Castile defended by Hatcher. Driving right side, layup rattling out, but she's fouled and will head to the line. Hannah Trawick picking up her first, team second. A 10-0 run for Columbia International over the last minute and a half as they've sank each of their last 4 shots and pushed their lead to 47-21. Cassidy Hill at the stripe, true freshman from Knoxville. First free throw up and good. Hill now 5 points today. Her second shot knocking it down as well to take that point total to 6. And she'll check out with Ella Suda on the floor. Suda in that first half held scoreless as she went 0 for 6 from the field. 6.5 left in the third quarter. Columbia International up 47-23. Trawick comes out from the post at the top of the key. They swing it around to Webb in the corner. Back up top to Howard. Out to the elbow to Trawick. She's looking for an open teammate and finds Quinnica Howard. Now to the hands of Hatcher. Left wing three. Left short. Rebound cleared out by Taylor Pruitt. Now 6:05 left in the third. Vlick gets double teamed and pickpocketed. Quinnica Howard with the steal. Up the floor to Wilkerson. Fouled on the layup. No whistle is blown. Danielle Fleming couldn't believe it as it's poked out of bounds. And it'll be Rams possession. Vlick checks out with Jones on the floor for Johnson. 5:57 left in the third quarter. The Royals looking for their first basket here soon in almost 2.5 minutes. Meanwhile, the Rams looking to build on to their 24-point lead. Hatcher dribbling right side, kicks back up top to Trawick. 15 to shoot in the corner for Howard. Defended heavily there by Jones. Driving left baseline is Howard. Outside to Hatcher. 3-ball up off the mark. Was knocked down as she shot, but no whistles were blown. 5.5 left in the third. Transition pass deflected out of bounds by Howard. And it'll be Johnson possession with just over 5.5 left in the third. The Royals looking for their first basket in almost 3 minutes. And they need it mightily, down by 24 points. Tessitesky defended by Wilkerson. Tessitesky trying to drive, looking for an outlet pass. Suda recovers along the left wing. Going underneath to Pruitt, defended by Wilkerson. She lifts a shot up and is fouled with the ball off the mark. She heads to the line for two. Wilkerson's her first, team's third. With Taylor Pruitt stepping to the strike. The sophomore, red-shirted last season due to a knee injury. She knocks down her first at Bryan College. Of course, a member of the AAC and the former home to now Johnson head coach Brian Lahan, leaving the Lions after just one season to take the Johnson job. Second free throw off the mark and knocked out of bounds. It'll be CIU basketball with Twitty and Taylor on the floor for Webb and Howard. 5:12 left in the third quarter. Rams up by 23. Taylor works up the right side. Now to the hands of Wilkerson, over to Hatcher. Swing pass, they go in the corner to Twitty. Taylor dribbles back towards the top of the key. Handoff pass to Jalen Twitty. Back to Taylor in the corner. 4:52 left in the third. 10 to shoot. Wilkerson driving left baseline. Runner lifted up with the right hand. And she got it. 4:42 left in the third. Left side, Tessitesky 3. Answers on the other end from Johnson. The lead cut to 22 for Columbia International. The Rams have made 5 of their last 7. Top of the key, Trawick kicks left side to Hatcher. Sends it back to Trawick, now right side Taylor. She's trying to drive, but is whistled for a travel. With 4:16 in the third quarter, the Rams' 13th turnover today. Tessitesky checking out. Cassidy Hill on the floor for Johnson. 4:15 left in the third. 49-27, CIU leads it. Driving left baseline is Jones. She kicks it out to Hill. Back to Jones. Right wing corner 3. Left short. Rebound had by Wilkerson, but then she dropped it. Johnson recovered. Kaylee Yates 3-ball up off the mark. Loose rebound. 2 Rams go for it, but Johnson comes away with it. It's Jones, left wing 3, not there. Rebound poked out. It'll be CIU basketball. Boy, you have to ask yourself at some point, does Johnson try to stray away from the perimeter? Here today, struggle is an understatement. 3 for 23 from beyond the arc. If you don't have your calculator nearby, that's just 13% from three-point land today for Johnson. Zani Thompson fresh onto the floor for the Rams in place of Trawick. She has at the top of the key, kicks left side to Taylor. 3:30 left in the third quarter. Columbia International has 13 to shoot. Twitty back out to Thompson along the right side. Thompson, a runner with the right hand from just outside the paint. Too strong. Rebound by Pruitt. Up the floor now, Kaylee Yates tries driving down the left baseline. Shot too strong. Rebound cleared out by Taylor. Working in transition is Deja Taylor. Pass left side for Hatcher. She'll lift up a 3-ball. It's off the mark. Rebound grab by Yates. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Columbia International up 49-27. Hill Pass to Jones. She dribbles cross court, goes to the left corner for Pruitt. Underneath. Shot off the mark. She grabs her own rebound. Put back is good from Taylor Pruitt. A sophomore out of Mountain Juliet, Tennessee, finds her first basket today in the third quarter with the Rams lead cut to 20. Wilkerson on the other end looking for a layup from the right side. It rattles out. Jones grabs the board, works up the floor. Suda underneath. Fouled as she shot by Hatcher, and she'll head to the line for two. Madison Hatcher second. Columbia International's fourth. Hannah Wilkerson, Madison Hatcher head to the sidelines, along with Deja Taylor as Linebach, Webb, and Jasmine Twitty step onto the floor. Well, Ella Suda, the freshman out of Dawsonville, Georgia. First free throw, pinball's out. Suda her first trip, but she struggled shooting the ball today. It's 0 for 6 from the floor with 2:26 left in the third quarter. Second free throw attempt is there for Suda. A 19-point lead for Columbia International as Phoebe Volk checks back in for Yates. The Twitty sisters bring it up the floor. It's in the hands of Jasmine. At the top of the key, she gives way to Zani Thompson, who pulls up for a three ball. Too strong. Rebound poked up and corralled by Maria Linebach. Mariah back up top. Slim Webb. Top of the key, three ball deflected and therefore left short. Rebound grabbed by Pruitt with 2 minutes left in the third, and the Rams up 49-30. Vlick underneath. Brooke Jones the drive off the mark. Loose rebound. There's some physicality as bodies are hitting the floor, but a foul is whistled against Johnson, against Taylor Pruitt. That's her first, team's third. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Columbia International up by 19. Samarian Webb trying to drive right side. Kicks back out to Jasmine Twitty. She sees a lane, takes it up off the window, pinballs out. A near make from Jasmine Twitty, and heading to the other end is Phoebe Vlick. Vlick out to Suda, working the right side. Underneath Casty Hill. Turnaround Jay, good off the bank. Casty Hill has had a great day today. Now 8 points for Johnson as they cut the deficit to 17 with a minute 20 left to play in the third. Jasmine Twitty in her first collegiate game trying to drive inside. She stops short of the post, goes underneath to Thompson inside the circle. Shot off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Pruitt. Full court pass looking for Hill. And as she tried to drive inside, she bounces her dribble off of the defender's foot. And it will stay Johnson basketball with 24 seconds to shoot and 1:03 in the game. Pass from Suda inbounds goes nowhere except back out of bounds. She was looking for Vlick off a screen, and Vlick ran the opposite way. 1:03 in the third. Columbia International will take over possession as Suda checks out. Tessa Teskey is back on the floor. 60 seconds left in the third quarter. 49-32 our score. Jasmine Twitty at the top of the key. Out to Samarian Webb, trying to drive, kick out to Linebach. Driving right side, she pulls up for a J from the baseline, and Mariah Linebach makes it into the scorebook with 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Rams up 51-32. Drive around from Casty Hill, up off the window. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Columbia International going to slow it down. Jalen Twitty at the top of the key. Now works the left side of the floor. Passes to her sister Jasmine along the right side. 8 to shoot. Jasmine Twitty trying to drive. Kicks into Thompson. Underneath the paint. Zani Thompson shot too strong. 2 seconds left, now 1. Blick won't attempt a full court shot to end the third quarter. 51-34, CIU leads it over Johnson as we'll be back in moments on the CIU Sports Network. We make our way into the fourth quarter. Columbia International up on Johnson 51-34. That 16-point deficit was really created in the first half when CIU outscored the Royals by 19 points. There in the third quarter, it was the Royals who had the better half, 17-15 in the third. Thompson, right wing three, you betcha. Zani Thompson from the right side, her second made three ball today for 6 points. A 20-point lead for CIU. Into the corner, Tesateski three trying to respond. It pinballs out. Rebound grab by Hill. Her putback not there. Thompson the board. Full court pass intercepted by Yates. She pull up for a jumper from the free throw line. Ricochets right back to her. Second attempt off the mark as well, but she's fouled by Thompson. Zani Thompson more than likely will be heading to the sidelines now with 4 personal fouls. .24 left to play in the fourth quarter as Thompson checks out and Trewick on. Kaylee Yates at the stripe, the freshman out of Gatlinburg. First shot off the mark. Yates' first trip to the free throw line today. She has 7 points, 5 rebounds to her credit. Second attempt, knocking it down. 54-35 our score. Rams up big. 9:20 left to play. Jalen Twitty right side, gives to her sister Jasmine at the top of the key. Right back to Jalen. Sidesteps the defender, now kicks over to line box. Spin move in the paint, shot deflected and corralled by Suda. 9 minutes left. Suda to the left side for Yates. Back up top of the key, they give it right back to Yates. She works around Trewick, now drives inside, works through 2 defenders to go off the window. Did Kaylee Yates, now in double digits with 10. 54-37 our score. Jalen Twitty at the top of the key. Kicks out to her sister Jasmine. Driving in the paint. She's fouled. Brooke Jones whistled for her first personal. First team foul as well. Foul is on the floor. The Rams will have the inbounds. Jasmine Twitty, her sister Jalen, and Leinbach all head of the sidelines with Hatcher, Wilkerson, and Howard back on the floor. The starting 5 is out there for CIU with 8:34 left in the fourth quarter, up 54-37. Trewick's pass stolen, headed the other way by Yates. She goes with a right-handed layup up and in. The lead cut down to 15. Does Johnson have a bit of a spark late in this fourth quarter? The closest they've been since early on in the first was 4 points in the second quarter. Shot off the mark from Webb from the left side. Rebound by Hill. Johnson in transition. Hill spin move into the paint. She lifts up a shot with the left hand, and it rattles through. Timeout, Columbia International. Johnson has gone on a bit of a streak, a 6-0 run as we head under 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. The Rams clinging to what is now 13-point lead. 54-41. We'll be back on the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center, 7:58 left in the fourth quarter, and Columbia International leads Johnson 54-41, though the Royals had traveled down from just outside of Knoxville for today's game has gone on a bit of a run over the last minute and a half. They sank even their last 3 shots to go on a 7-0 run and forced 3 CIU turnovers in the process. Rams lead was once 20, is now 13. Samarian Webb at the top of the key. Goes to Trawick, who came out from the post. Handoff pass to Hatcher. 3-ball lifted up from Hatch. It pinballs out. Rebound cleared by Yates. Royals working in transition. Tessateski, left wing 3 from the corner. You betcha. Tori Tessateski, now a team-high 14 points, has cut the deficit down to 10 points. Hannah Wilkerson at the top of the key. Over to Trawick. The Rams need a basket badly to get some momentum back. Handoff to Hatcher. She drives left side off the mark. Trawick the offensive board and put back. Boy, Hannah Trawick has led the way on the glass. 8 rebounds today, 5 of those offensively. Pass right side for Cassie Hill with the lead. Back to 12 for CIU. Kicks it to Yates underneath. Her jumper from just outside the paint rattles out. Rebound cleared by Webb, but she now dribbles the right side of the floor. Into the corner. Hatcher left wide open for a 3-ball. Too strong off the back iron. Yates snatches the board. Up the floor to Suda. Pump fakes once. Draws the contact from Howard as she lifted a shot up. Quanika Howard going to pick up her first personal. Ella Suda, a smart enough player, just a freshman out of Dawsonville, Georgia, caught the transition pass at the low block. Her first free throw takes one hop and in. Took the time to stop, pump fake once. That then allowed Howard to take the bait. She came down on top of her while she lifted the shot. Second free throw up and good for Suda. Her first points today. And she goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. 6:28 left in the fourth. Columbia International leads by just 10 points. Handoff to Samarian Webb. She drives left side, kicks back out to Hatcher along the right wing. On Hatcher's pursuit of the basket, she's whistled for a travel. 6:16 to play. Johnson has sank 4 of their last 5 to cut this deficit in half as part of a 12-2 run. White ring 3 from Tessateski off the mark. Offensive board grabbed by Jones, but she came down out of bounds on the baseline. Just over 6 minutes left in the fourth. Columbia International up 56-46. Howard crosses midcourt. A starting 5 is on the floor for the Rams. Howard underneath to Trawick. Shot from inside the circle. Left short, but she's fouled, and she'll head the line. Ella Suda picks up her second. Team's second as well for Johnson. 5:53 left. Trawick got the stripe. A 60% shooter from the line a season ago. She knocks down her first today. The graduate, 5th year from right here in Lexington. Goes 2 for 2 to push the lead back to 12 for CIU. 5:49 left to play. Yates right side to Suda, defended by Hatcher. She kicks it open to a wide open Cassie Hill. Left wing 3, too strong. Rebound poked into the hands of Howard. And the Rams are in transition. Howard runs into a defender, lifts up a shot, and one. Quanika Howard, the 5th-year senior, steps up when the Rams need her to. An opportunity at a 3-point play as Cassie Hill picks up her second, team's third. Howard headed to the line. The first trip today, last season, a 79% shooter from the charity stripe. Looking to complete the 3-point play, and she does. Columbia International up 61-46 with Howard leading the charge at 13 points. Left side, Brooka Jones, they go to the elbow to Suda. Back up top to Hill. She tries splitting 2 defenders and whistles blow for a kick ball. As initially, Slim Webb thought she was whistled for a foul, and the look on her face was just one of disbelief, but it was just a kick ball foul. Now how about this? Hannah Trawick goes over to the athletic staff, grabs the floor mop to mop up a wet spot herself. Something you don't see every day. 5:21 left in the fourth, 20 to shoot. Tessateski the trigger for Johnson. She gets it into Suda. Now out to Hill. Makes a spin move around her defender. Now driving left hand. Off the mark. And it's Hannah Trewick grabbing the board. Her 9th today. On the other end, Webb with the right hand and the basket. Columbia International, a run of their own. Now up 63-46. 5 minutes left. Pass left side for Cassidy Hill. Driving left hand, she kicks it back to Tessa Teskey. In the corner for Yates. 3-ball up off the front iron. Rebound grabbed by Howard. A 2-on-2 transition opportunity, but Quinnico will reset the offense as she dribbles back outside. Pass to Hatcher in the left corner. 15 to shoot for CIU. She gets a screen from Trewick. Hatcher now goes to Wilkerson. Wilkerson driving, right hand, up too strong off the window. Trewick the board, fouled on the putback. Hannah Trewick is having an incredible day. Now 10 rebounds for the fifth-year graduate student. As Ella Suda picks up her third personal, and she'll head to the sidelines with Taylor Pruitt checking in. Meanwhile, Jade Mullins stands in relief of Brooka Jones for Johnson. 4:27 left in the fourth quarter. Hannah Trewick 2 for 2 from the line today. First free throw this time up and good. Went to high school just a half-mile down the road at Ben Lippen School. Second free throw just the same. Make it 4 for 4 from the line for Trewick. 9 points, 10 rebounds for her, and the Rams lead it 65-46. Pruitt has it poked away. It's on the ground, and everyone's diving for it. A jump ball that will stay with Johnson. Slim Webb was in there for CIU. The Royals have not scored in over 2 minutes as they've missed each of their last 5 shots. And here's Trewick again. She's doing it all today. Scoring 9 points, grabbing 10 rebounds, and mopping up the floor for wet spots. 4:15 to play. Columbia International up by 19. Inbounds goes to Mullins. They kick it at the elbow to Pruitt. Right side for Hill with 15 to shoot. She drives in. Layup left short. Grabbed by Webb. On the other end, here's Hatcher. Driving left hand, runs into a defender. Lifting her jump shot up. She's fouled. We'll head to the line for 2. Jade Mullins picks up her third, team's 5th. With just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Madison Hatcher headed to the line. She's 1 for 2 today. First free throw attempt off the mark from the right side for Hatcher, who shot 73% from the line a season ago, as Columbia International is looking to improve to 2-0 on the early season. Second free throw knocks it down. 4:04 left in the fourth. Columbia International makes this a 20-point game, courtesy of a 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Pass left side for Cassidy Hill. She gets past Webb, kicks it back out. Tessa Teskey, 3-ball lifted. Too strong. Rebound grabbed offensively by Cassidy Hill. Hill now along the left side, working the baseline. Foul whistled against Wilkerson, who was defending, a hand check foul. That's Wilkes' second. Team's third. Thompson, Jalen Twitty on the floor for Wilkerson and Hatcher. .343 left to play. Columbia International up 66-46. Inbounds to Cassidy Hill. She kicks back to Yates. 3-ball from the left arc, up and good for Kaylee Yates. A great day for the true freshman and her collegiate debut with 15 points. 3.5 to go. Rams up by 17. Trewick at the top of the key, goes left side. Jalen Twitty. Now Webb looking inside. Driving right hand from the paint. Left short, rebound by Hill. Just over 3 minutes left. Cassidy Hill into the corner. Can Yates do it again? Shot off the front iron. A rebound grab by Hill. The putback good. Cassidy Hill has been attacking the boards today. Make it 9 for the true freshman out of Knoxville. Webb, kick out to Howard. She's fouled. 2:45 left in the fourth quarter. Jade Mullins picks up her fourth. Well, that being the sixth team foul. So Marion Webb heads to the line for 2 shots. Columbia International up by 15. First shot for the freshman out of Anderson, South Carolina, off the mark. Webb's first time at the free throw line as a collegiate player. Right-handed shooter, second shot too strong as well. She goes 0 for 2. The rebound was grabbed by Hill, but she fell to the floor, resulting in the travel. Jalen Twitty, Webb, Trawick, Thompson, and Howard, the 5 Rams on the floor. And the inbounds will be CIU basketball underneath their own hoop. But a timeout taken by head coach Danielle Fleming. 2:42 left in the fourth. Columbia International up 66-51. We return on the CIU Sports Network. .242 left in the fourth quarter. Columbia International up by 15 points over Johnson. They lead it 66-51 as the Royals have struggled as of late. Just 2 for their last 10 from the field as it's Rams basketball out of their own timeout underneath their own basket. Twitty to trigger, gets it in to Quanika Howard, who's had an incredible day. 13 points, 8 boards for the fifth-year graduate out of Anderson, South Carolina. She holds it back near midcourt, now 15 to shoot. Passes right side to Samarian Webb. They swing it around to Twitty. Now on the left arc. Trawick comes out of the post to the top of the key. Into the hands back of Howard. 6 to shoot for the Rams. Left corner 3 from Thompson. Knocking it down is Zani Thompson. Her third made 3 today. 9 points for the sophomore. There's 2 minutes left of action. Columbia International is up by 18. Cross-court pass to Cassidy Hill, and she tries swinging it into the corner. And it's deflected out by Webb. It'll stay Johnson basketball. 1:54 left in the fourth, and now the referees will overturn it and say that it's Rams possession. Quanika Howard will slowly walk her way up the floor. With 1:45 left in the fourth, 20 to shoot. She passes to Thompson, now to Trawick at the top of the key. Queen looking to drive, has it poked loose and stolen by Yates. 1:25 left in the fourth. Yates to the right side. Tessateski pump fake, back to Yates. Right wing 3, left short, but the rebound goes off the hands of Thompson. It was an air ball that she tried to catch, and it just simply slipped right through with 1:17 left in the fourth. Columbia International up 69-51. Pass over the top on the inbounds to Pruitt. She goes right side Mullins. Now in the corner, Tessateski. 3-ball lifted. Too strong. Loose rebound. That's reeled in by Tessateski. They go back to the left side for Cassidy Hill. Johnson needs points quickly. Pass back out to Yates. Deflected out, and a foul is whistled against Jalen Twitty. Her second, team's fourth, with 1:01 to play. And Columbia International up by 18. Pass deflected by Thompson and stolen by Webb. Back to Thompson. The Rams are working up the floor. Right-handed layup good from Zani Thompson. Now 11 points for the sophomore out of Seabrook, South Carolina. Along the right arc, It's Pruitt. They give it to Hill into the corner. Tessateski, 3-ball lifted. She knocks it down as Tori Tessateski now leads Johnson today with 17 points. And 33 seconds left. As Howard was driving up the floor, she's fouled by Mullins. As that's Mullins' fifth, she's done for the day. She steps aside along with Cassidy Hill as Chloe Maggard and Brooka Jones step onto the floor with 31 seconds left. Ariel Grant and Anna J. Walters check in for Columbia International, along with Virginia Shorts. Danielle Fleming clearing out the bench for the final 31 seconds. Quinnica Howard at the line. 13 points, 8 boards today for Quinnica. Free throw attempt is up and good. Now 2 for 2 in the afternoon. And the Rams lead is 18. We'll catch up with Quinnica after the game as she's today's CIU Sports Network Player of the Game. She sinks both to give her 15 points. As Tanya Lester, a freshman out of Marion, South Carolina, subs in as well. 30 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass left side to Maggard in the corner to Tessateski. 3-ball off the mark. Rebound loose on the ground is corralled by Maggard. They swing it back to Tessateski. It's just less than a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tessateski lifts a 3-ball up. Off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Walters. She passes up the floor to Shorts. Pulling up for a jumper, left short, and that will end the ball game. Your final score, Columbia International defeats Johnson 73-54. We'll step aside and take a break and be back with both head coach Danielle Fleming and your player of the game, Quinnica Howard, when we return for more on the CIU Sports Network. Back on the CIU Sports Network, Coach, you lock up your second victory of the year, and it was in big part to the successes you had in the first half.
Yes.
A 9-0 run to end the first quarter, 15-0 run to end the second quarter. How did that set the stage for the second half?
Yeah, it did. I thought we went in with some momentum, but I knew it was going to be a fight. Like, they're just not going to lay down. So that's what they did. They came out third quarter, start swinging. We had some laps on defense. So overall, good game. I'm happy about it, but just some stuff we got to clean up.
You have a very young group, but there's a couple veteran leaders on your team, and they stepped up in a big way today. Hannah Trawick, 9 points, 10 boards, including 6 offensively. What was the driving force for her?
Hannah's just going to do what you tell her to do. She's just such a great kid, like you said, a veteran, and we could have used that, especially without Tierra today. So she was a monster on the boards, gave us some second opportunities there. So it was really, really good to have her out there.
Another veteran presence, today's player of the game, Quanika Howard, 15 and 8 for your fifth-year graduate student. How can she set the tone for an incredible senior season?
We joke all the time, if Quanika can do it on 2 bad knees and a cane, everybody else can do it. So she sets that standard daily in practice, and I'm really happy that she can be that leader for the young ones to see. So she did an amazing job.
For the game, your team was commenting on the fit today. You want to walk us through it?
Yeah, I decided to go a little stylish today. I got Brittany on my staff, who I like to say keeps me a little young. So we decided to pop out in leather today. So yeah.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Danielle Fleming, Rams head coach, after the big win. And we'll now catch up with Quanika Howard, today's player of the game. Queen, 15 points, 8 boards today for you. You're really finding your groove, especially in the second half. What allowed your team to will your way to victory?
You said what allowed us to what?
What allowed your team to will your way to the win?
Well, in the locker room, Coach Flair was talking about defense. So really our defense stepped in to help us.
Big runs to end both the first and second quarters. How was it that the team was able to find such chemistry to piece consecutive baskets together?
Ball movement. Ball movement plays a big role in our offense. We got to drive, kick, drive, kick, drive, kick.
A young team, but you stepped up as a leader. What's that role been like for you?
It's been pretty good. Coming back, it's kind of mentally tough, but I got in my role. I'm doing pretty good right now, so it's my team.
Thanks, Quanika.
Thank you.
That's Quanika Howard, today's player of the game, 15 points, 8 rebounds as the Rams take down Johnson. That'll wrap it up for women's action. We'll be back on the other side for men's play when we return on the CIU Sports Network.